morning, everybody. I thought I would do down here walking on the beach. I thought, what a nice landscape to actually jump on here and connect with you guys. So, welcome to my morning hair. For those of you that are not listening on podcast and watching me on YouTube or live, this is what I look like in the morning, guys. Oh, lucky I value showing up for you guys more than I do my personal appearance. I'm sure there would be some people that would have something to say about that. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I'm really appreciating in terms of profitable service menus. And this is coming off the back of me just running a really successful workshop over the last 3 weeks called The Money Making Machine. It was epic. If you missed it, I'm actually going to turn it into a short course, so that will be available soon, so stay tuned. You can jump on there and still do it because its content's just so valuable. But it's this experience, and also I had a conversation with I'll add to that, also I had a conversation with somebody that came to me the other day about hiring a team. Anyway, so, and we ended the conversation in a place of, well, you're possibly not ready to hire team members because you're not even really making money yourself. And I think sometimes people make the mistake of thinking that if I go and get a team member, even though I'm not making as much money as I want to be now, when I get another team member on, I'll be producing more revenue and then automatically I'll be making more money, right? But it's actually not the case, because what we looked at in Money Making Machine, one of the elements of Money Making Machine was profitable service menu. Now, I feel like not having a profitable service menu is probably the number one offender to your team members not being profitable. So often we hear around the industry, oh, how do you get your team at like 4 times wage? Oh my gosh, like how do you do that? Like that's impossible. And to a certain degree, your team member, not even to a certain degree, it's an absolute must that your team member has to make 4 times wage to make themselves profitable. Because when we look at wage ratio and things like that in terms of numbers, and I hope your eyes aren't glazing over here because numbers aren't always people's favourite thing to talk about, but your wage cost of goods needs to be under 30% for your business to be profitable, right? In a commercial shopfront sort of situation. That's the general benchmark. So if we look at a pricing structure, if your team members are only doing 2 times their wage and maybe they're just providing low value services like waxing or nails or pedis or, men's haircuts, whatever it is, it's because the price of that service is not at a level that ensures that the cost of service is under the 25% or the 30%. So what I'm trying to say to you is that if you're not priced for profit, your team members, no matter what they do, and look, a team member who is a good performer and retails and upgrades, and they might be able to get away with it and produce 4 to 5 times wage, right? They might be able to make up for the fact that your pricing menu is just not structured in a way that's profitable. But for the most part, for the team members that are only getting, not even making wage, 1 times, 2 times wage, maybe on the cusp of 3, I would say the symptom is your pricing menu is not profitable. That's why your team members are not even hitting benchmark in terms of what the revenue they're producing against the wage that they're being paid, right? And the thing is, when I spoke to this business owner, her question to me was, want help, should I get your help now or after I've hired? Or when I started looking into some of the numbers, I said to her, are you actually making money yourself? And she's like, well, some weeks I do, some weeks I don't. I break even. I'm like, dude, if you bring on a team member right now and you're not making money, and that team member doesn't perform for 3 or 4 months because they're in training, and you've got to wear that wage, and you're already not making money. So that's probably not the best thing to do, to go and get a team member right now. Like, probably the best thing for you to do is to work out how to become more profitable as a standalone operator, and then once you've established that baseline, then you go and get a team member, and you need to have enough money in the bank to bankroll that team member for a few months before they actually start performing, obviously depending on their level of experience, right? But at a baseline, whatever they're doing, you want to make sure that the pricing menu is profitable so that it really doesn't bite you on the ass. You know, so that if they're providing a full price service, that the service is priced in a way that is going to ensure that your cost of goods are under the 30%. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. And she was just like, wow, yeah, right. I go, people make this mistake all the time. Like, they go and hire team members and get 3 or 4 months into the hire, the bank account's dwindling away, they're hitting the panic stations, the pressure's going on to the team member, oh, they're not retailing, they're not rebooking, they're not upgrading clients. But the original problem in the first place was that the service menu that they were servicing clients with wasn't even profitable in the first place, so it was never going to work. So if you're thinking about hiring team, or even if you already have team and they're not producing 4 to 5 times wage, look at your service menu. Yes, performance is a part of return on investment for wages, but a lot of people overlook the fact that the profitability of the service menu is the baseline structure to make sure that you can make money from your employees. Okay, start there.